Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the Inno truck bed cargo rack system on a 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Now, as you can see here, we have our racks installed, and they're nice steel construction with a black powder coat finish, so they look great and they're going to hold up. You also have these nice brackets here that look pretty sharp. Nice machine finished, good hardware, brackets also powder coated, and so overall this is going to keep your truck protected but also give you the utility of the rack, whether it be installing bikes, which this can hold up to 2 with any square bar mounted bike rack, up to 110 pounds total. So if you need to grab lumber, a ladder, camping accessories, kayak, whatever you need, this is going to do it for you and still allow for you to load stuff underneath and keep your truck bed closed, which is nice for your rear view camera and also just keeping your stuff in the bed. So talking on versatility, as you can see, we have a kayak loaded up on our Tacoma. We use the eTrailer J-style kayak carriers, and it's a nice secure fit. The great part about this is you don't lose any of your usable space. So as you can see, the door still opens, no problem. So you have full access there. You also don't extend that far off. Now this is a 9-foot kayak, so if you're going to be carrying one that's longer, you're going to want to make sure it doesn't extend too far. Otherwise you may have to have a flag on there to keep it legal. Now we did shift our bars down to accommodate this, but also that's part of the versatility of this. You can use those bars however you need them, assuming that the weight distribution is correct. Another nice feature, when you're kayaking, you always bring the things with you. You still have full access to storage in your bed. Now the versatility of these bars is really nice because some of your larger accessories or things that you need to disperse the weight on, you can simply loosen this up and slide this on the C-track, allowing you to make these wider apart to distribute that weight better. Having a truck is great for anyone that wants to do any exploring. You can fit most of the stuff in the back. Now the problem is some expeditions you might take will take up some space. Since this is just an extended cab, you're going to use your truck bed. But if this is full, where are you going to put your bikes or your kayak? And this is where this is going to come into place. If you run out of space here, you can always move up. And that's where you can store all your accessories that mount to the square bar. Now, I will point out that this is not able to be used with a tonneau cover, but you're still gaining the same amount of storage that you would have under a tonneau cover and adding space on top. So these crossbars are a nice black powder coat finish, and they're made out of steel. So as long as they are, you would think they'd flex in the center. They don't. And they can hold up to 110 pounds or even 2 bikes with bike racks on there. Hardware is also nice, very nice machine quality with good hardware. And plus the fact that a lot of this will prevent your plastic from getting scratched is awesome. So when you're not using this, you're not going to see marks from this being left on it. So install of this rack is very simple. As you can see, we already have our front bar installed. And we also have our next bracket, which we'll be putting the next bar on. But I want to show you how to install the actual clip itself. Now it's pretty simple. You can see you have a nice little handle here with this plate, and that's going to slide in our C channel, and that's going to tighten it in and keep it in place. You also have some nice rubber here, which is going to keep the plastic side of your bed from being scratched. You also have this spacer bracket, and this is just going to kind of keep this bracket in place once it's tightened down. And then we have our hex head bolts. So let's go ahead and we'll place this bracket kind of right here for now. And what we'll do is we're going to put that little block in the channel. You might have to finagle a little bit with your fingers, but once it's in there, should stay in place. You may loosen it too if you need to. So now it just slides down. Nice and smooth, as you can see. And it's going to sit on this bracket. Now it's important, before clamping this down, we're actually going to measure it from our existing front bar to make sure that the spacing is proper. So to get our proper measurements for distributing the weight of whatever accessories you're carrying on the rack, you're going to want to make sure that you have enough room for an overhang. So from the edge of the bed to the middle of the rail, we have about 17.5 inches, and that's going to allow for our accessories to extend out a little bit. Now from this one, you're going to measure from the center to the center You're looking for 26 inches. So I'm gonna lock my tape measure in place, and from center to center, we slide this down right about there. So once we have that in place, you're simply going to press this bracket to where it's nice and taut against the truck and tighten this down. Once that's tightened in place, you can simply put that up there for now. So to make installing the bar into these clamps simple, this pivots up to drop the bar in, or you can simply slide it out for nice easy removal. So once you have that open, you can drop it in both sides. And before tightening your clamp, you're going to want to measure from each side to make sure that it matches, and that way it's evenly laid out on your truck. But once you get your measurements, it's as simple as sliding this in. Make sure that groove actually sits in there, because that can get kind of stuck back there, but you know you have a tight fit when it goes over there. Then take your hardware and tighten that down. Now your kit will come with an included hex key, so you have all the tools that you should need for the install. And the final step to top off the install is this little rubber cap that fits on the end. Not only going to keep water and moisture out of this, but also if you're loading stuff on here, it's going to prevent things from getting scratched as you load it on. So final thoughts on this rack system. I think this is an awesome option for someone that doesn't have a tonneau cover but still wants to carry accessories and still be able to utilize an entire truck bed. Now you can also keep these installed, and if you need to pick up, I don't know, say a washer or a dryer, you could slide these up and still have all that space in your bed. So you're getting the utility of the bars when you need them, but also the utility of a truck. So I think it's a win-win by going with this system. So that's going to do it for a look at our Inno truck bed cargo rack system on a 2020 Toyota Tacoma.